Hi guys, Ready here. So for this video here, we'll be going through Meta Ollie plus Victor, the revived meta team comp in PvP performance. So special thanks to Mr. XYZ for sharing me the account to actually make some showcase, because my own account I can't get Victor, alright, and then my Meta Ollie is still not R2 yet, so I did not able to make it. So for today's video, you just take it as like a reference will do, because I might actually use very high reso to actually include in it, for example like Maria. But for example, Maria here is R6, right? But technically you don't really need the R6 effect here to actually make it work. Like Maria 1 copy or 2 copy will work, and then Victor here, he in his account is actually R3, but I only need the R1 effect here to actually get the invincibility when he go into revive. Then other than that, it's not really that needed. Like this one here is good, but not really that needed, and this one here is good as well, but not really that needed. So for example, Victor, I would say the minimum requirement you want to get is actually R1, and then for Maria, it's actually just 1 copy will do. And then Meta Ollie here, you want it to be R2, because Meta Ollie R2 here plays a very important role to instantly get an extra turn, so you can actually do damage. But in this account here, the Meta Ollie is already R6, so I can't really show you at the lower reso part. But the R4 here and also R6 here, it does help. Okay, the R6 here is nothing too special, but it helps a bit for make Meta Ollie survive. Then R4 here is actually placing a very important role to let them able to multi-revive. So I'm not sure if this is going to be an accurate showcase because the reso is actually pretty high. And then the other one is going to be Meta Drew, to actually let Meta Drew to keep triggering the revive and then proc the stuff. So you can take a look here. Every time an ally Esper revive, all allies damage increase by 10% up to 5 stacks. So you can actually keep stacking the Meta Drew's passive to make Victor's damage even higher. And Victor passive will also give him additional attack to make him able to nuke damage down. So I did some PvP tests, not too much, but I found out that this team is actually pretty weak against the team that have Tyrael, because the Tyrael here can be very annoying to keep putting the cool web on you and then keep bonking with damage, especially those at high tier. They have like a lot of R6 Tyrael. That is not really a good case to fight, right? Because in this account here, it's already at point war 23 and it's top 37, so it's actually pretty hard to not see a R6 Tyrael in their team. Then you want to avoid R6 Tyrael and actually find the other team that is not using R6 Tyrael. Like let's say this one you got R6 Tyrael, we want to skip. This one is R1, probably we can try this. This one is R6, we want to skip. This one here we can try, but let's take a look here. So this is the current team I'm actually testing around. It's not really the best team, because I saw a lot of different kind of Victor team and someone is actually cooking up. But if you did manage to make a Victor team and it worked perfectly well, or you can comment, or you can actually let me know, or you can PM me in Discord to actually, if you are willing to share some showcase, because I'm still figuring out how to actually make him work. So I'm using Meta Ollie here as the revive kit, right, to make the other Esper here able to revive. And then Victor here as the main DPS output for the revive comp, Maria as the passive healer. Then Meta Drew here, every time some ally die, then Meta Drew able to proc the damage boost 10% more. And then we have Pinda here to actually protect Meta Ollie even more and give the whole team more HP. So I think what makes it very well is actually Maria and Victor's combination, because every time Victor dies and then go into the life order, and in order for you to go back from life order to into the death order, right, you need to reach 100% HP. And then Maria will slowly heal up Victor, because every time any ally actually doing something, then you are actually able to getting heal, right? You're just gonna trigger a lot of passive heal and it will heal back Victor up to 100%. This is actually very important, because after Victor dies, it will go into invincibility. He will get an invincibility from the R1, and then after that he can just stand there in the invincibility until Maria heal back Victor and Victor able to nuke them. Okay, so then cause if the enemy team just keep putting damage to your team, we have Meta Drew here to keep proccing more damage buff for us. And then every time your ally die and your ally revive, it will also benefit Victor to actually get more attack up. So it will give Victor a lot more different buff. So so far for now I tested is not really good against R6 Tyrael. It's very annoying, so especially when you're like so high point war. the ranking, a lot of players actually using like R6 Tyrael. You want to avoid that. But then I found out Victor team is actually surprisingly good against Sieg team. Because Sieg actually is a burst damage, right? Sieg does a lot of damage. It actually kills your team very fast, which is what Victor wants. And especially Sieg is an AoE damage dealer. And then if they are actually able to kill your team, then your team can just keep on triggering revive, proccing all those revive, and then you're able to do damage. And because Victor can't really die, it's keep switching order around like life order and death order, it will make Sieg burst damage become useless. Like let's say a team like this, right? When you face a burst kind of team comp, then the revive team comp is actually very good. But if you face a stall kind of team comp like Yukine, like Tyrael, they're actually very tanky, and then they only slowly chip off your HP down, then your team comp is not really good against those. Like for this one, it's actually pretty good. Like they burst damage to you, so you can actually proc a lot more revive and a lot more damage. Like you see, one Chuyao S3 does a lot of damage, and then Raven follow up. It will kill Victor and then also do massive damage for your team. Then Victor won't die. He will go into his life order later on. Right, go life order and invincibility, so they can't really kill you. And then because they are burst damage, right, it really triggered Meta Drew a few times with the damage buff. And then Maria here will slowly heal back up because you are keep taking turns. You're taking turns, and then Maria will slowly just proc the heal, proc all those heal here, doing damage again, proc the heal. And once Victor goes back into 100% HP, he will trigger AoE damage and then get a bonus turn and cast S3 and actually does a lot of damage. Right, cast bonus damage, AoE damage, and then S3 into everyone and actually kills a lot. So he's a very good unit against those burst damage team comp, but not very good against the tank team. See this one, now only left Moriyama, and it's totally fine because Moriyama can't one-shot Victor at all, because Victor will prevent himself from dying, then go into life order and get invincibility if Moriyama actually slash him. Right, so we kill Pinda, and Pinda trigger the revive comp from Meta Ollie. So all this thing here is just wait until Victor takes a turn damage again. So Victor is getting a lot more buff from here. Sieg is dealing AoE by getting freeze. Then we need to wait Victor actually die. You want them to actually hit you. If they are a team like actually stalling you, then it's not really a good team comp to fight with. Right, Victor's gonna take his turn soon. S3 AoE trigger, so his Moriyama is gonna slash you again first before he die. Okay, Maria just keep on healing. S3, kill someone. Get freeze. But yeah, so this kind of team comp is very good against the AoE damage type of cleave. So it's like the Sieg team comp or Moriyama team comp is also good. But you want to avoid like Yukine team comp. You want to avoid Baby's team comp and also Tyrael team comp. All these team comp that's actually very annoying. You can't actually beat them. Like this team comp here, right? Healer, Lu Shang, and then Sujie and Tyrael. Everything here is focusing on Tyrael and Sujie as a DPS, and this team barely does any damage on an active turn. Then this kind of team comp you will actually lose, because like if I quit battle, right, cause my team here don't really die, cause they don't really kill you, then it's actually very hard to win. Like see, I don't actually fulfill the benefit of the revive team comp, and Sujie and Tyrael can just slowly chip off my HP, because every time I take the turn, then I'll get cool web by Tyrael. So it's not really very good against like this kind of stall team comp. Like this one here is Yukine, Iki, and Tyrael. This is a stall team comp you don't want to fight. This is also a stall team comp you don't want to fight. This is also very stall. See, once you see the enemy is actually going like something very tanky, then revive team comp is not really something you want to go and fight for. Okay, probably this one, right? Because that enemy is using Sieg here, so it's gonna be something like a burst damage. Okay, we can try and see quick battle. Alright, yeah, this time, this kind of team comp we can win. Okay, we can take a look at the replay. Right, so Yujing do damage, and then Sieg here will do AoE damage, and because all those AoE damage gives us so many revive and proc so many damage output for the team, then the Victor is finally set up. You can see one punch from Victor actually nearly gonna kill Sieg here, and one punch to actually kill one target. You want the enemy to actually throw a lot of damage to you, so your team can only fulfill the condition to actually do damage. So if you face Yukini, that will actually want you to play with them for like 100 turn, then they only wipe you with one blizzard warning, then this kind of team comp is not really good against, because you can't really fulfill the condition for the revive team comp. So we can take a look here. AoE damage again, get another bonus turn, S3. Oh, cause S3 on cooldown probably. But not S3 on cooldown. Oh, life order, I see. So it's going back into death order. Yeah, one punch. So the damage wise is actually very high, but you need them to actually do a lot of damage to your team. If they don't do damage to your team, you won't actually perform well. Okay, this one we can probably try. This is not something we want to try because it's actually very tanky, this team as well. We can try this. As long as enemy got Sieg, should be able to do good enough damage because they are doing burst damage to you. Alright, we lost. Why lost? Sieg, probably meta Artiar here to block the damage. So in my opinion, at least the team comp I'm running currently is not something very universal to fight with, because you can see there's so many R6 Tyrael that will actually be very annoying. R6 Tyrael can just like co-web you, and then you stop your action to do damage. The Moriyama team, but this is also pretty tanky because we have Pinda here to actually share damage with Tyrael. Tyrael is just so crazy in PvP. Can just like ignore all those passive stuff. But yeah, this is just probably one of the team comp I'm currently running. There's definitely a lot of different kind of team comp I haven't explored yet. But yeah, for now, in my opinion, Victor is actually very good against those teams that is doing a lot of AoE damage, but not very good against those team comp that is actually very tanky. But now you see the top like ranking here, everyone is basically using like stall team, like Yukini team, all these things. So it's actually very hard to make it work. Like if you see Tyrael Sieg here, and just one Tyrael here, it will make things actually pretty hard to kill. Like if I quit battle, I'm pretty sure I will lose this, because we have Tyrael here and then Sujie here to prevent them from dying and do damage back to your team. See. So far, this is definitely not the best revive team comp for Victor. If you have a very good team comp for Victor, please let me know as well, because I really can't make him work. But I do see some video from China server that they managed to actually make him do a lot of damage. Alright, so for now, just some early impression for Victor. Not too impressive for now when you're fighting at high tier point war. But yeah, basically that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is Trencan, thank you so much for your support. And for the supporter or patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Agni, Wang Tamer, Ziggy, Kamaruki, Sunwaltz, Rimu, Chani, Antonio Winterspoon, First Law, D&D, thank you so much for your support. And special thanks to the Super Thanks MVP, HMZ Riggs, thank you so much for your support. Special thanks for the direct support on the live stream super chat for the latest 10. Thank you so much for Code Wilderness, Calamity, Agni, Love Fatima, Fatima Little Underwear, Bloods, Riku Fred, Chani. Thank you so much for your support.